We're here in Dallas where Oklahoma has lost the Red River rivalry 36-20. I'm here with Barry Trammell, columnist, and Jason Kersey, OU beat writer. Barry, let's start with you. We thought we were going to see a rout, and for 3+ quarters, we saw one. It just wasn't the team we thought.
No, Texas dominated the game, and it was stunning, but the Texas defense completely shut down the Sooner offense. The Oklahoma defense was pushed around, actually ended up at the end of the day holding Texas offense to enough points probably to win, but that Oklahoma offense just never got going, and Texas dominated. Unfortunately for the Sooners, it's a doomsday scenario because you lose the game, but I don't think it's going to be enough to keep Mack Brown his job. If he wins out or wins the Big 12, he may stay, but otherwise, I think the momentum is set. But Sooners aren't going to get their wish. They're not going to keep Mack Brown on the job, and they lost the football game.
We saw some T-shirts while we were down here in Dallas that keep Mack, and they were crimson T-shirts, by the way. I think people still feel the same, but maybe not after today. Jason, Barry talked about the offense. Play calling was a big question. Texas defense had struggled so much against the quarterback run game, and we really didn't see it. What was going on with play calling today?
Well, Josh Heupel said that they were option plays and that Blake Bell had the option to keep it, but because of the way they were lined up, he always handed it off. That's what Josh Heupel said. So I think that maybe they tried a little bit to do some of that, but they certainly didn't get it going the way the other teams have. Every other team this year has had their quarterback rush for good yards against Texas, and Blake Bell didn't get going. Trevor Knight never came in the game. It was very interesting to see. It was a very interesting strategy that they came out with, but it obviously didn't work very well.
Blake Bell did not get going, off all day, threw the first interceptions of the season for him and really of his career as a starter. Barry, a couple weeks ago, Blake Bell looks like he's the Sooner savior. He goes to Notre Dame, he wins on the road, they finally get that monkey off their back. Now today, just looks completely different. What did you see out of Blake Bell today?
Well, one thing, his passing is off. He can't get the ball downfield on target, but also Texas kept him in the pocket, kept him from scrambling upfield. He was able to scramble some on the wings, but that's not his strength. Texas able to run him down when that happened, and he just completely off. When he did deliver the ball on target a couple of times, incomplete drops. Brennan Clay drops a touchdown in the first quarter. Jazz Reynolds drops a slant that would have gotten the Sooners inside the 5 late in the game. So he didn't get a lot of help, but he sure played poorly himself.
Well, lastly, let's talk a little bit about the Sooner defense. As Barry mentioned before, they did get pushed around, especially up front. No Corey Nelson as he's injured. Jason, it just looked like that they were physically not up to Texas's standards today.
No, not at all. And I think also they're missing Jordan Phillips there at defensive tackle. That's a guy who's played really well in the first 4 games this season. They didn't have him last week. But Jordan Wade and Torrey Peterson played pretty well, and you thought maybe that they were going to be okay without Phillips, but they clearly weren't. Those guys got pushed around the whole game. So definitely they did not come ready or prepared to be physical against that team.
And then we saw, obviously, the Sooners secondary. They had their struggles. Just a mess of a day for the Sooners as they lose to Texas in the Red River rivalry. We'll have all our coverage on News OK and in the Oklahoman. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.